Hello Superset Maniacs and welcome back to my channel. This year at the Mr. Olympia 2022 Classic Physique we had two big guys in the top two, Chirs Bumstead and Ramon Dino. These guys look more and more like Arnold, maybe the very purpose of this division to bring back these golden era kind of physiques. So let's compare these two best physiques in 2022 against Arnold himself. Are these classic guys on Arnold's level of muscularity? Because they definitely have the shape. Let's bring Prime Arnold on the 2022 Mr. Olympia stage next to these guys and run them through the classic physique mandatory poses and see what we get. Front double biceps. Upper body Arnold looks like from another league, especially when we look at the guns, but come on, it's Arnold. His guns would beat most of the men's open competitors of all time, not only from today. But what about the rest of the physique? Well, Arnold definitely doesn't look as aesthetic as these guys. I mean, he does his best with what he's got in terms of execution, but he can't hide his wide midsection, especially against guys like CBum or Dino here. Downstairs, Arnold loses more ground. His wheels look nice and detailed here indeed, but they lack size against the 2022 Classic Physique guys. The angle of the photo plays a role as well here, but still his legs wouldn't be at the same level. If a physique like Arnold's here would have entered this show in 2022, assuming he somehow would have made the weight, I believe that he wouldn't exactly fit the criteria of today's classic physique division. I think he would get third here in our comparison. However, if we forget about any criterias and just look at the physiques from different perspectives, he could get at least ahead of Dino, if not even first in the front double bicep. In the side chest pose, again, the legs would be Arnold's downfall, especially as this peak is from 75, where he significantly had downsized his legs in 74, but even in 74, his legs, especially from the side and especially because of the way they were all hearing this pose back then, he wouldn't look good against today's guys. He would definitely get penalized on today's stage because of that and also conditioning. But upper body, he is destroying Dino for sure, and against CBum, he's got the fullness and thickness, but CBum just looks better, man. I like Arnold, don't get me wrong, he's a legend, but Chirs Bumstead has the ideal shape in my opinion. Back double biceps, and let's just ignore the lower body, alright? It's obvious that the criterias have changed. The form and execution of the pose have evolved as well, for all poses for that matter, but looking at the upper body, Arnold again holds his own against these guys. He definitely beats Dino upper body in my opinion, but CBum is something else, man. He's got the wider lats and he takes full advantage of that even with the way he hits the pose. In the abs and thighs pose, we can clearly notice how thick and massive is Arnold's upper body, but again he loses lower body big time. Again he would lose this pose in this division, but overall being so massive, he definitely has a case of winning against these guys. The favorite classic pose is the last pose in today's classic division, and both CBum and Dino chose the twisting back double biceps made famous by Arnold himself, so let's give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. This is Arnold's pose. Nobody looks better than Arnold hitting this pose. As a conclusion, assuming this physique of Arnold would make this division weight, I don't think he would do very good here, because Arnold did not have a small waist. He was posing aesthetic, but his physique was pretty blocky. He also looks upper body heavy and also doesn't have the nowadays conditioning. His upper body is almost worthy of the men's open division nowadays. He was that massive even back then. But overall, he doesn't have the balance to do good in this division. Let me know your thoughts on this video, like and subscribe for more, and see you next time, guys.